Good morning, everybody. Well, I tried this again today. I double-checked all my settings and everything. It still goes into shutdown. Like I say, there's two flat, big transistors in the back. I don't know what you call them. They look like MOSFETs, that type of shape. They get very, very hot in a short time. Then this goes into shutdown. Nothing on the display. So we're definitely going to part with this. I can't service this. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. I don't know what I'm doing, and I can't see what I'm doing. So I think that's good enough reason, isn't it, folks? This here I can't do nothing with either. I am applying the right voltages to it, but nothing I can do with that either. So we are going to part with these two. The problem I've got is when more than one person is interested in a certain item, I have a problem with that. Because if I give it to John Doe, then another fellow will get his feelings hurt. I was first and this and that. You know, you always give them to your buddies and stuff like that. I've had that happen before. I don't want that to happen again. If it was one person that was interested in it, I'd have no problem, letting them have it. They would have to pay shipping, regardless. And the stuff was given to me, so I really can't say, I want money for it. A lot of people would take money for it, and believe me, as I said so many times, I could sure use the money, but that's not the way I work. Nobody has expressed interest in this, and it weighs up, so it's got 4 NiCad C cells in it. If I did ship this out, I will take out the C cell NiCads, because that adds another good 1 pound or more to the shipping weight, and ship it out. But if there's more than one person that wants any one item, I can't deal with that. Okay, I'm sorry, it's just the way it is. I've had this happen before, like I say. And I will not make a contest because I have been criticized in the past, not recently, by giving it to my buddies anyways, and it was fixed. So blah, blah, blah. No more contests. Because no matter, you can't please everybody. You can please one person, and you get hard feelings, and I don't want any hard feelings. I'd rather just wait until a ham auction comes up, and I'll try to sell them at the ham auction. Or donate them to the ham auction. The Electrotech frequency counter works very well. I ran it up to 50 megacycles. It works good. FC50 is not listed. You cannot get the specs on it. I spent quite a bit of time on the computer this morning looking up the specs. There is a manual on eBay for this, but in order to find out how high this will go up in frequency, you'd have to buy the manual and find out at that point. Don told me this worked. He had it on his bench, and it does work, and it's fine. I took the cover off to just look inside. I'm always curious about stuff like that. It's nice and neat. Plug-in ICs, which is a very good feature. And apparently these jacks on the back here are for DC input. It's not marked, but I would assume it's 12 volts. So that would be for powering it on DC in a power supply, but why would you want to do that when you've got a grounded cord here and a power transformer and the rectifiers, which are right here, and the filter capacitor, so you're all set that way. So it does work. The display isn't all that bright. With my bad eyes, it's kind of hard for me to see, but I did run off camera last night wasn't part of any video, and ran it on my ICO 324 and my Lodestar frequency counter, and it matches perfectly with the Lodestar. I only can go up to 50 megacycles. The ICO 324 on fundamental goes up to 37 megacycles, but I cranked it up to about 50 or 60, and it read on here also. Of course, the Lodestar goes up to 1.2 gigabytes. I don't think this goes up that high. So, like I say, I have a frequency counter. I have the Lodestar 5270, and I have a Fluke over here, which both work exactly right on the money with each other. So I don't need another frequency counter. So I don't think Don would get mad at me if I donated this to somebody who really needs it. My problem is shipping out stuff. I can't keep shipping out stuff free of charge. I don't mind once in a while, but I cannot do that. I don't have the money. So what I would do, and again, I am going to emphasize, I will not pay for shipping. I need the money in advance so I can send it out. I have to buy some more packing tape. I have to hunt down some boxes, which won't be too bad. I think we got a few in the house. And take the time to pack it up and run to the post office. So I'm expecting whoever wants any of these items, if there's more than one person that wants it, again, like I said about these items, or this one, if there's more than one person that wants it, I don't want to have to choose. Now, a lot of times, you know, I'm on the East Coast, of course, so I'll shut my computer down at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Daylight Time, whatever you want to call it. And if you're on the West Coast and you chime in and say, I want it, well, I won't get that information until the next day. So sometimes there's hard feelings, nothing recently, but, you know, hey, I was here and I wanted it, and you sold it to, or gave it to Joe Doe of Idaho. Well, Joe Doe of Idaho, I saw his comment earlier, and overnight your comment came in, and so what can I say? You know, it creates hard feelings. So if there's only one person that wants this, pay for shipping. My problem is shipping to the West Coast always costs more, or the Midwest always costs more. So, you know, and the problem I have also is taking the time to box it up, and I've had this happen before, and John Schmeckel wanted it, so John Schmeckel says, I'll take it. So I pack it up for John Schmeckel, and then John Schmeckel does not get back to me, so I went to the trouble of packing it up and getting a box and buying more tape and stuff. Well, I only have to buy the tape once, but the point is I gotta buy it. So I'm not paying for any of that stuff. I'm not boxing nothing up until I get a confirmation. And what I will probably do is what I said I was going to do in the past, and that is be like eBay. You got to cover your backside. That's the way it is. So I don't think Don would mind if I gave it to somebody who really needs one. What do I need with 3 frequency counters? You know, I don't. But I appreciate Don giving me this stuff. because then I can share this stuff with somebody else who needs it. You know, there are a lot of guys out there that probably don't even have a frequency counter. You can be sure that this goes up to 50 megahertz, okay? Beyond that, I don't know, because I cannot find specs on that model. Nothing. All I can get is you can buy a book on it, and if you buy the book, you'll know how high it goes up. But if you're using it for a CB radio, I'm sure it'll read the 27 megacycles with no problem, because it reads 50. It goes down to audio right here, as you can see on the... I can get my clumsy, skinny fingers out of the way here. All right? You got hertz and kilohertz. All right? Very simple. One input, that's all, and a power button. Very, very simple, basic. Nice little counter. It'll look good on any bench. And like I said, Don told me that he had it on his bench and he got a better one. So that's the story there, folks. I just got to put the cover back on. It just slides in very easily and mounts with one screw in the back. I did not make a video of this. This is a basket case, and Don told me it needs work. It needs a lot of work. The cord's been taken off. It's a basket case. In the manual, I folded it up and put it inside. It's got a... I think this is a voltage regulator. This looks homemade anyways. Cord's been cut off. It has a power transformer inside. It looks like a homemade perf board, circuit board, which is as large, almost as large as the footprint of this case on the bottom. So it's got a good sized power transformer, which is loose in there. It's not totally flopping around, but it's a little loose. It's a basket case, LED red readouts. It reads position A, 10 picofarad to 1 microfarad. Position B is 0.01 to 100 microfarads, and position 3 is up to 1,000 microfarads. So I don't need this anyways, okay? There's nothing I can build in this case, because when I build my tube power supply, it's got to be a heck of a lot bigger than this. But that's not going to happen right away anyways. So this will probably go to the ham auction, if there ever is a ham auction, because I don't think anybody wants to pay for shipping. This is heavier. This weighs every bit as much. It weighs more than this with the NiCads in it. And the scope is real light. So it's a nice case. Good project box, and the book that is in there, you might have seen a glimpse of it when I was picking up the stuff from Don yesterday. Apparently, it's some information on the unit. I think a toggle switch goes here, but there's wires that are disconnected inside. There's a fuse holder that looks like it was added, but it's just laying in there with the wires on it, but one lead is off completely. So it does need work, and it's a parts unit. It's nothing that I think anybody would want to bother with. But once again, if somebody can use it and they're willing to pay the shipping, it doesn't matter to me. Okay, so I got it all buttoned up. One Phillips screw here, and just slide this off. Very good. It's got a fuse inside, by the way, on the printed circuit board. So it's a nice little frequency counter, and if I didn't have any frequency counter, I would keep it myself. But you know, it's very true that I'm a glutton for oscilloscopes, but that great big Tektronix that I gave Don is way too much for this shop. But once again, you don't really need, I don't really need all these. This is a 100 megahertz scope, this is 100 megahertz, okay? And when I bought that rack scope, mount scope, That 564, I can't remember the number again. I had it written down. Anyways, I thought it was a wideband scope, and it isn't. Now, because, you know, you got to be familiar with your products, which is your scopes. It's getting a little warm in here, and I may have to put the AC on. Too much flapping, I guess. Enough chattering. I just figured I'd throw this video out. It's about all I can do in these hot days. So, that's where we're at. That concludes the series on these goodies. I appreciate Don giving me these items. And as I said before, I got a problem because there's more than one person that wants these things. I approved the comments, and I believe I answered them this morning, explaining to those two fellas. I believe Ron C. in Florida came in as a third one and expressed interest in it also. I'm between a rock and a hard place now. So, I haven't decided what I'm going to do, but I'm not having hard feelings among my viewers. Okay, I am going to stop flapping. I've been watching too many of Doug's videos. Either that, or he is watching too many of my videos. Hey, what are you going to do? It's so damn hot and humid out, all I can do is flap and produce more hot and humid air in the shop. Thanks for watching, folks.